A list of sensitive subject matter has been included in the episode description. A cottage hides deep in the heart of a gnarled forest, where fingers of oak hang frozen in time, and every leaf is pockmarked by the blight of Fae. The slithy toves and bandersnatch that haunt these woods give wide birth to this place. It is a place of irredeemable darkness, and it is just now playing host to a similarly dark ritual. 3 witches gather round a smoking cauldron, one short, one fat, one lean. They are all older than the hills, and they're buried giants. Fingers of ash and bone pluck feathers off the carcass of a cockatrice, drain its blood into a decanter. Just a drop. Just a single drop is all they need to dye this boiling black pitch of violent crimson. Of course, the ink does not need to be dyed red, nor did it need the fat of a sky whale calf or the ash from a wishing tree bough charred in the white fire that has burnt since before time. But the Woebringer hags spare no expense for their precious little weevil.
Is it done yet?
The short one hoists herself on the edge of the cauldron, setting it to sway. The fat one responds,
Yes, May!
Now get down from there. You want to spoil all our hard work? She reaches over with one hand and hauls May up by the scruff of her cloak. With the other hand, she raises a ladle full of ink so that the tall, lean sister might dip her brush. Don't jostle me, May. You know I have to precisely interweave each of the names for the binding to hold. One slight slip, and Weevil could lose his shadow right when he needs it most. Or worse, the shadow might lose him.
Huh. I still say we should be giving him something flashier, like fire or lightning, or... Oh wait! We could give him the darkness that looms at the edge of your vision just before you black out!
Be practical, May. If Weevil is to go on and become an adventurer amongst the humans, he'll need something subtle.
There! Done! Mildred, be a dear and kill the lights, would you?
We hear the crashing of glass and a deep sigh from the tall hag as the room goes dark. Her long fingers wrap around the edges of the seal she's been painting. Light begins to chew at the fringes of the ink before bursting into sparks and flame. The ancient witch pushes her hands together, bracing against the heat of the spell. When it finally cools, she unfolds them to reveal a small mote of shadow, formless and ever-shifting, waiting to be sewn to Weevil.
I say we should still keep the boy home. Shadow or no, it just isn't safe out there for a young'un.
He's stronger than you give him credit for, Mildred. Besides, the Fates have a plan for our little one. Hello, one and all, and welcome back to another episode of Unbalanced Encounters, the Misfortunate 4, the only show that dares to ask, what if Dark Souls was a Tarantino film? I'm your host, Patrick Perini. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Is that the question we're asking?
In this episode, probably, yeah. Yeah, you guys all ready to, mostly you're asleep, so probably fucking die.
Yeah.
Shh, I'm sleeping.
At least I get
This
to
is
die in my
great
sleep.
audio content. This is
So
great
that's
audio content. Just 3 people
that the goal?
pretending to be asleep.
Is that better?
We're out. Bye,
Oh,
everyone.
this episode brought to you by the
Scene.
Honk Shoe Club.
Yeah.
Act acting.
We started our last session with a bang, and the collapsing of the arterial tunnel connecting Lair Town to the lair within. Out of the chaos, a bomb informed the party that the perpetrators of this attack were none other than the Cobalt Defense League, whatever the hell that is. Through the choke of dust and brimstone, y'all made a few interesting discoveries. You learned that the John Johnson is a bit of a coward, but that he quickly rallied in order to literally sell shovels at a cave-in. You also learned that he has apparently hired your new friend, the churlish half-giant woman, to do something. All before finding Rick Durkin, a curious drunk, reeling and doing a little jig down a secret tunnel, which proved to be your best way into the lair. We had our first big period of travel. You all delved deep. The bomb-induced detour turning a few days into nearly a week. In that time, Odion gave a lecture on trickle-down economics. Weevil nearly died, and somehow those two things were not related. Cal lost most of her stolen pillow, and Flo found a curious, cursed Armilla. Shortly thereafter, you all reached a clearing, the spot on your map where the elemental should be. And during Cal's watch, a gargoyle, horse-headed and on the prowl, burst onto the scene, kicking off yet another goddamn combat for which Flo is asleep.
Yeah.
And I need those initiative rolls.
I got a 10.
An 8 for me.
A 9.
I got a nat 1.
Yay!
Wolf.
That's
And you're
incredible.
the closest to it as well.
Yeah. Yep. I'm the one running away from it back to you all.
3 of the 4 of you are fucking unconscious, and 1 of you is prone.
I have a thing called hair trigger, so when I roll initiative, I can immediately use my reaction to do one of the following.
You do not have a reaction if you are unconscious.
Oh. Okay, can I tell you what I was going to do?
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to give you something, but go ahead.
Okay, so basically what I was going to do is the gun somehow moves into her hand during that time, and she's kind of just got it under the pillow. The gun drags her hand out from under the pillow and just fires up into the air.
So I love this. This is very good.
Okay.
This is very good. You are going to make a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, so I only rolled a 7 in total then.
That is absolutely failure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take a luck point. You take 6 points of damage as the gun goes off against your thigh and wrenches your arm up. That's going to be 6 points of fire damage.
Oof. Okay.
But you are awake. You are very much awake.
Am I immune to fire damage?
You shouldn't be. You might have resistance, but you shouldn't be immune.
So does resistance mean I have half damage?
Yes.
Amazing.
So,
So I'm going to take that. Thanks, though.
hey, actually.
What?
Hey,
Oh, no.
hey, actually.
What is
Actually,
What?
Hey, actually,
What?
Emily.
Yes?
Push
Yes?
your glasses up like a real champ when you say that.
Hey, actually.
There we go.
Actually, Emily.
He did it. He did it, audience.
Yes?
That hurt less than it should.
Oh.
You immediately wake up. You don't know what the fuck is going on, but you see a burn the size of a silver dollar in your thigh
My good trousers.
just broil away. And your porcelain white skin heals over momentarily.
Huh.
But that's something to puzzle out later. Oh, God, this gargoyle rolled so poorly.
Yay.
We're going to be
Good.
starting. We're going to be
Fuck you,
starting
gargoyle.
at the top of our initiative with Weevil, who is currently unconscious. Weevil, you can go ahead and make me. We'll say a
I rolled
wisdom.
a 10.
Yeah, man.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's
If you could
size
please
today.
roll me a wisdom saving throw to see if you wake up.
6.
no.
Okay, go ahead. Do you want to add any luck to it?
I have no luck to add.
Well, you have one now. Weevil stays
one now.
asleep. Odion.
These fucking monsters need to fix their scheduling of attacks, man.
Yeah, I
We gotta
agree.
get our beauty
I
sleep.
agree.
This is bullshit.
They gotta mark it on our calendar, send over a Google invite.
up.
Right.
Excuse me.
Do a fucking when is good with the gargoyle.
I'm doing a wisdom save, I'm sorry?
Yeah, it was just
12.
You do wake up, Odion. The DC for this was 10.
Yay. I help.
So your tent sort of right next to Flo's, you're up. You heard a gun go off. That is going to be the start of your turn.
Pops up, looks around at the direction of where the gun went off. Cal, is everything all right? As he shouts out
And she looks up, probably more panicked and feared. Like, dirt is in her face. She's digging her nails into the ground, trying to find some traction to be able to push herself up. It is like a mad fury as she looks up at you, her eyes wide. And she just, it's not a yell. I mean, she wants it to be, but with the collapse onto the ground, she doesn't really have the lung capacity to screech out in a way that would be helpful. Help.
I think Odion would just rush towards Cal.
When you close that 45 feet, you get close enough to the gargoyle to see this fucking hulking, long-armed, horse-headed, tiny-winged stone monster knuckle-dragging itself toward Cal. And you yelled at Cal, right?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to say that between that and the gun, Weevil, you're now awake. Flo, you're in your tent. You've just heard Odion's shout. You don't know what the fuck is going on. What do you do?
I think with the gunfire, the shouting, she's just gonna get out of the tent and what the hell is happening? And she's gonna see everything. But as she's kind of like walking towards Odion and Cal, the gun that she's holding is slowly getting bigger as it's changing into the revolver without her really realizing.
That's fucking sick. Slow-mo. I think you get a bonus action on that. That's going to be your action.
I could, when it does change into the revolver, I can do a little like tuck and roll for 15 feet without getting an opportunity attack.
Do you want to get an extra 15 feet? Because that would close. Yeah, that would put you a
The only way I could think of this actually happening in the kind of like the narrative right now is if she trips again.
I think what happens is you're walking out toward Cal. You make it up to Odion, and your foot just catches a rock, and you see the ground coming up to drive itself into your teeth, and the gun pulls your arm forward slightly and crosses you so that you tuck into a shoulder roll, and you put yourself on the other side of Cal. You are now about 15 feet away from this gargoyle.
Arianna, I told you, heels don't work out here. You need to change your shoes.
And then I kind of like stand back. I'm like, oh, ta-da, what the hell is that? And she's just going to point down this corridor.
And we are finally around to this gargoyle. The first thing that it is going to do is it sits back on its tiny little legs. Its arms sort of push its chest out, and it just starts braying like a fucking mule. Let's go ahead and roll that d4. Actually, fuck it. Flo, you're closest. Roll me a d4. You want higher than a 1?
Oh, well, I got a 1, so...
That's not what we want.
We're so good at this.
This thing makes this incredibly just like sound that wakes everybody up if they're not already. And is going to charge now Flo.
No!
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
23.
A 23 definitely hits, yes.
You take...
Not the hero Cal wanted, but the hero she got.
8 points of slashing damage as this thing takes its sort of oversized arm that you see ends in like eagle talons and just rakes it across your chest. Cal, you're prone.
Yeah.
Flo's being attacked by this gargoyle.
It's fine.
What do you
I'm
do?
not bothered by that. She kind of like shakes it out, especially seeing like the ground kind of shake up as this gargoyle runs past and hits Flo instead. It gives her a moment to gather her thoughts and not be in the eye of the target. This gargoyle is going to have her its back to her, right?
Sure, yeah.
Does it look hard to climb?
To be clear, this thing is not that big, actually. Now that it's sort of closed on you, you see that it's only about 4, maybe 5 feet tall.
Okay.
So you could get on its back very easily, is my point.
Yes. Well, like limbs typically are the
Sure.
ends of the limbs are the dangerous parts.
Sure.
So the back seems to be the safest part to get to.
Broad, flat back on this thing. You can grab onto its wings if you want. Absolutely. Give me an athletics check.
Could I actually push for this being more animal handling?
Yes.
Hey, if there's a time, I feel like
This is an animal.
this is a time.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah. Yes.
You can make an athletics check
Okay.
that will be contested against this thing's athletics.
Absolutely.
That number is a +2. If you make an animal handling check,
Yes.
you are going to take a -5 to that same roll. However, there might be useful information on a failure.
Okay, you dangled the carrot of information. I think we're going to go for that. Plus, Cal is going to go with instinct here and probably
100%.
first rely on animal handling.
You're trying to beat a 14. You take a -5 plus whatever you get for animal handling.
All right, it's a straight roll then.
Okay?
16.
Let's go.
Shit.
She's on this ground and suddenly you see like how she had been digging her fingers into this dirt. She really finds momentum and doesn't bother getting up on two legs. It is literally like launching herself from the ground and just latching on to the back of this creature and still trying to find any kind of foothold, any handling that she can have to grasp onto its shoulders to get her head kind of latched on to match its own back.
Yeah.
She is now a backpack on this creature.
As you start to climb on top of this thing, you notice something kind of odd. Its movements are very inorganic. And you might think like, oh, this thing is made of stone. Maybe that makes an amount of sense. But you know creatures. You know animals. You know instinct. You know reaction. The way this thing does not react, it simply acts. As you climb on its back, there's no bucking, there's no trying to shunt you off, there's no bristle to the spine. It is simply a fist trying to impede your way. You realize that this thing is not an animal. It is not, so to speak, alive.
Inside her little brain, the dial turns to murder. So this is safer.
Incredible. Okay. So that's going to be, I'm going to say that's fully movement?
Yes.
I'm
That's
gonna
all.
say that's
I
fully-
think that's fair. Crawling
Yeah.
on and trying to hold on to this, yes.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Do you want to try to jam anything else out of the action economy here?
Yeah. Could we go ahead and try to make an attack out of
Yeah,
this?
go for it.
That is a 15.
You hit this thing in its side, kind of knock its arm out. It like slips slightly, and you see that it scrambles to get itself back up, and you hear some clatter underneath it. And as you kind of wield your hammer, you sort of put this light down toward the ground. You see bones, and then you sort of wave this thing around, and you see armor. You kind of trace up the sort of lip of a pile. But what looked like hills when you all first arrived, that this stream was sort of gently winding its way through. Now that you're in it, are just mounds of skeletons and armor. We are going to come back to still somehow crazily the top of the initiative. Weevil with a 10.
Very haphazardly, I'm going to grab my rucksack, put it over my shoulder, stand up and start charging towards everyone. Seeing Cal grappling with this thing, almost second nature, I'm going to fling my arm out and my second shadow is going to leap across the room, only really manifesting visually once it enters the light of the hammer.
Yeah.
And it is going to jump on top of Cal's back. You have a +1 bonus to your AC for the time being.
Sick.
This creature that we're looking at, as far as Weevil knows,
Yeah.
this doesn't look like an elemental.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't look like any that you've encountered before.
And I'm a naive type of guy, which means I think that what I've encountered might necessarily be what is. With my action, I would like to look around, sort of looking for, what's around me in terms of like stuff we might want to take advantage of, but also I'm looking for something that might indicate an elemental to me.
Give me investigation.
22.
You notice a few things, and I'm going to try to give them to you sort of in order of clarity here. The first thing that you notice is you sort of see this light kind of whipping around. You see it sort of trace over one of these hills. You recognize that these are piles of bones. Then you connect that this field is some kind of boneyard. The second thing that you notice is that this stream cuts all the way through this clearing and sort of disappears into the wall of this sort of cavern, right? Mm-hmm. And so it is kind of making its way into what looks like almost a kind of intentionally carved out sort of hole. The last thing that you notice is a sound. It's low, it's shifting, it's wet. And it's coming from upstream. It's coming from that hole in the wall.
I'm going to look to Odion and call out, there's something wrong with this stream. And then I'm going to point towards where I hear the sound. Something behind the wall. Keep an eye out.
Okay. More things. Splendid.
As you all have your attention redirected to this end of the stream, you do see something. And I think this is clearer for Odion and Flo, who have dark vision out to a little bit further than Cal and Weevil with the goggles. But you can still make out sort of the shapes. You see an arm shunt its way out of this burrow and glue itself to the side of the wall. And then it twists at an unnatural angle, joints bending inside out, and it pushes the rest of this form out into the space. And it is amorphous, vaguely spherical, but shifting and almost dripping, and held up, 3 legs pointed to the ground, 3 legs pointed to the sky, and it topples over itself, and arm over body over arm roll charges in your direction. And as it closes on you, you see a mouth 5 feet in diameter of razor-sharp teeth, several clay masks wedged into the mud of this thing at shoulder joints, and it takes one of those arms and slams it down on Cal and the gargoyle.
Good thing you got that extra AC.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. It's just
Feeling
one.
so much better now. What's it hitting at?
Does a 16 hit?
Not with the shadow. Not with the shadow.
Incredible. I am going to need a dex save from you.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And you are going to make this at disadvantage. You are not taking any damage.
10 at disadvantage.
You dodge out of the way of these razor stone claws that just grind themselves, corkscrew themselves into the stone below you. You do not take any damage, but you find yourself being sucked into the mud of this thing. You are effectively grappled. And you let go of the gargoyle as you're sucked into this. The gargoyle is fully subsumed by this, and you feel the gargoyle molecularly dissolve. And all of you see reddish crimson gold light wisp off of this thing in streamers and become absorbed into the form of this monster. The gargoyle is gone.
Cal is in panic. Like, she looks to the 3 of you and is screaming, "Get me out of here!"
It's about to get worse.
Oh, God.
Because this thing turns and runs back to its burrow. And by the end of its turn, Cal is gone.
What?
Emily, you can get an opportunity attack with your, I guess, dagger, if you would like.
Oh, damn
I can't do
it.
opportunity attack with my gun?
Nope,
it's running away?
not with ranged weapons.
Sure, I think, like, just, she sees this thing come down and she's just, without thinking, just tries to shank this thing in the leg, arm, I don't know what it is. A whole 10. I don't know if that hit.
No.
No, dude.
No. As a matter of fact,
flailing.
okay. If I was, you take this thing, you stab at it, you fully cut through the mud. It does no damage, and this thing just Akira's back down toward the stream and off into its burrow.
I'm so sorry.
Flo, you see Odion post vigil about halfway to the burrow.
Can I do a perception check around this area?
Yeah, if you'd like. Yeah.
21.
Oh, a 21 is very good. You spot a couple of things. The first thing that you spot is a little glint of some sort of metal on the ground, maybe brass. It's got kind of a goldish hue on the ground from where the gargoyle was. You zip past that and you get over to this burrow. Yeah, I think beyond that, I'll let you ask me a question. Are you looking for anything particular? You spot the bones like Cal and Weevil have.
Is this its den, or is this some sort of trap it's setting up for its prey?
I think the reality is that you straight up don't know, but you remember something from your research with Weevil. Elementals often have the ability to move through their element. So you can probably safely assume that while it seems to prefer this entrance for whatever reason, it might not need it. And so this is very likely the only entrance available to you.
Is everything around us very muddy?
Now, yeah.
Also, I think he will also shout at Flo, there's something in the ground over there. It might be something we need.
Is she close
It's
to
right
it?
by your foot.
Oh.
Yeah. You can reach down and grab it.
I'm going to do that.
It's a little brass hairpin.
I'm going to shout. It's like, it's a hairpin? I don't think it's gold.
The only metal you recognize?
Yeah.
Okay. We're over to Flo. It's Flo's turn.
Amazing. She's going to put the hairpin just in her hair just to keep it safe. And she's going to catch up to Odion. Again, the gun is sort of like shifting in her hands and it just stretches out and elongates into this twin snake wrapped rifle.
Ooh,
and she
fucking sick.
and
That's
she kind of
so
like
fucking cool.
launches down onto one of these hills and it's leading her. She isn't doing like any of this
Sure.
cool shit herself, and she's just like pulls the rifle up to her eye as she's like laying on this hill and is just aiming towards this tunnel. Odion, I don't really know what's happening.
It's the elemental. It's what is that?
Another thing, I don't know what's happening. But listen, I guess, what do they say in the projections? I've got your back.
Take a luck point. God fucking damn it.
This is how she takes the estate. This is it.
Yeah.
Incredible. All right, that's movement and action from Flo. Cal, first things first, I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. It is a dirty 20.
Yes.
So.
You feel yourself starting to choke on this mud. You've been here.
You've been in mud.
You scrape it away. Take a big fucking breath and hold yourself at the surface of this thing. You are still embedded in its leg.
There's no means of her probably easily getting out, right? This will be an endeavor to try to pull her body out. Slow, difficult.
You have to make an athletics check.
All right, we will make the athletics check. And while she's doing it, she's going to be talking her way through this. As with anything, she's used to talking out loud. Moose don't talk back. And so she's going to be just, what in the name is this? What are you doing? Where are we going right now? Can't we just slow down a little bit? Come on, just let me go. 19 on the athletics.
You absolutely make it out of this thing.
Baby.
Are you proficient in nature?
Yes.
I need a wisdom-based nature check. So this is going to be D20 proficiency wisdom.
That is going to be a 14.
As you're talking through, with this thing, you feel it relax, and you pull yourself out of its body. And you hear in a language that you do not speak, this thing growl and screech. You are free of it, and you find yourself in its burrow. About 60 foot in diameter and about 30 foot tall, kind of this domed ceiling, and suffused with these pale teal crystals that are glowing just slightly. The entrance that you were pulled in through is where the stream enters this room, and it cuts the entire way through this little 60-foot room, all the way to the back, and sort of disappears down into the floor.
To be clear, this creature said gold, right?
In a language that you do not speak, but you know what it meant.
Now, I don't have much, but I can bring you back something. And she's gonna shuffle a little bit along the side, trying to see if it will try to counter her and dance around clockwise.
It does not move.
Feeling a little panicky, she has no gold on her except for one thing. And she hates Rip Durkin.
Oh!
Her hand touches the outside of the pocket, hiding that coin. No, not yet.
I think as you're squaring off against this thing, that's going to be the end of your turn. We are going to go back to the top with Weevil.
I see Flo setting up purchase. I see Odion trying to get a lay of the land. I think we got to get her out before it's coming back. And I am going to... How hilly is this area that we're walking across?
Fairly.
If I were to cast a spell... Okay, let me ask you a question. Would it be...
We're going to take this real slow and easy.
Is there
All right, everybody,
enough,
let's strap in.
Is there enough hill,
All right, sharks.
hill slope? Is there enough
Sure.
hill slope
Yeah.
that I could potentially cast grease and use it to slide down and get extra speed to get there?
Yes.
He's going places.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, so
I'm going to charge you 15 foot of movement to get to the top.
so I take 15 feet of movement. I climb up the nearest hill of dead bodies.
Best thing I've ever heard.
Take a little bit of a breath in, and then I 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, and I leap and dive. And as I dive, I swirl my shadow in front of me, and it sort of etches into the ground. When it splays across the bodies, it looks like they all get sort of covered in like a bubbling tar with little like mycelia sticking out of it.
Ew.
And they all sort of whoosh, whoosh, working together like little tiny shadow oars rocket me down this slope to get as close as I can to
That's so
the burrow.
sick.
I am putting you, frankly, wherever you want between here and the entrance to this burrow. If you want to be on the entrance, that is as far as I'll let you get.
Yeah, I would like to get close enough that I can, if I can look in, I don't, because I want to be able to see what I see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I would like to slide like to the edge and like grab on and peek in.
Yeah, absolutely. You do that exactly. You kind of bank at the sort of edge of this little stream that's kind of cutting into this burrow, and bank off of it, land, and start to poke your head in. And very quickly, again, it's sort of just this 5-foot entrance to this space. Right on the other side, this thing is dripping and heaving and this close, you think, to eating Cal alive. We're going to go ahead and move on to Odion. Odion, you just saw Weevil zip right past you.
Slip and slide down.
Basically slam into the mouth of this cave. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm going to run up with him to the mouth of the cave.
You see that this thing is, in a full standoff with Cal.
I look to Weevil. You think those masks mean anything?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
You see him just taking a deep breath and burst from where you are, leaping in. Are the masks facing Cal, or are they facing all around the creature?
They are positioned kind of at the shoulder joints of this thing. So there's 3 of them kind of around the center mass.
So that's going to be a dash to get to the creature. I would like to use Action Surge. Odion will attempt to hit the creature. 15 to hit?
15 does not hit.
Okay.
Ew.
Fantastic.
You want to spend any luck?
I haven't failed a roll, I don't think. So I don't have any
You just
luck.
did. So take a luck point.
Yeah.
Oh, can you use a luck point on a roll that you failed?
No.
I was going to say.
You have to fail the roll in order to get the luck.
And then apply it afterwards.
Mechanically, that would just mean you had a +1 forever.
Yeah, that's true.
In that case, bonus action, I will use Scurry
Oh.
Ooh.
10 feet back.
Yeah, you know what you're doing. This is working the way that the book says it should work. You're good.
This thing is
I'm
big.
glad you're feeling
This thing
great.
is big.
Yeah, this thing is about 10, 12 feet tall.
Yeah, great.
All right, let's move into an action and bonus from Odion. And we circle around to the monster.
Oh.
First things first.
Yeah.
This thing flips 3 of its legs back, fully hinges open, bisecting itself, and you see that the teeth are all just pointed straight up. It is like fully hinged open at the mouth, and it is going to throw itself at Cal.
Okay. This is great. I'm
I
ready.
rolled really bad. That's
ready
an
to accept
11 to hit.
11 misses. It is. I mean, this is an obvious thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a show as it splits open, so Cal can at least prepare and get a sense of where it's going to be.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to our Unbalanced Encounters strat run through. What you're going to do with this boss is really wait for it to fully telegraph its bite attack,
Yes.
and then you're going to want to dodge roll out of the way.
Yeah.
It's only going to roll an 11 the first time, so it's going to be...
I feel great. I feel great about this.
Does this mean there's going to be a second phase? I'm upset.
Of course there is. This is, of course,
We get a
there
whole
is.
cutscene, too.
The entrance is now available, though, right?
Yeah, for the moment. But
Okay.
this thing has more attacks. It is going to try to
That's too bad.
swipe back at you with a claw.
Okay,
No, don't do that.
Miss.
good.
17.
That matches.
Okay. And the last one's 20-something.
Yep, that'll hit.
Cool. You are going to take 16 slashing damage as this thing claws at you.
Jesus Christ.
And you see that it turns to position itself again between you and the exit, but this time is facing Weevil. Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Yeah. That was 9. With a luck, it's 10.
Okay, a 10, not a super high DC. This thing doesn't seem to be aware of Odion or Weevil just outside the door. Weevil, I want you to give me probably an Arcana check.
22. 1,000,000. Well, 22.
22.
A million.
I like that math.
This thing is you guys aren't stupid. This is an elemental. This is the elemental, right? This is what you've come to find. Elementals, in your experience, often have very unorthodox mechanisms of perceiving the world that are usually carved out because it's incredibly expensive to give things just full eyes. You have to go find a living creature and pluck out their eyes and embed it in a thing. It's a lot, right? Elementals usually rely on some other mechanism of interfacing with the world, and you get the sense that this thing can't see.
But it seems like it's more than it can't see because it's not reacting to the noises. It's not reacting to people swinging on it. So it's not like that. It's okay.
Flo, this thing is taking up the entire 5-foot entrance to this
Amazing.
space. You have a clear shot if you want it.
I absolutely will take it. 29.
That fucking hits.
Dang.
I won't roll that high for damage, mind you. So for damage, a 7.
Okay.
For damage.
Are you doing piercing or fire? You get to choose here.
Fire.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I see its mouth hole?
Yeah, sure. You
Yeah.
can see its
5
mouth.
feet
I would
wide.
probably aim for something like that, I think, if like it was, or the gun would aim for something, like a weak
Sure.
point of some description. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's movement action. We're going to go ahead and,
Yes,
and call that for
please
Flo.
move on.
Cal.
No.
Hey, you're in a bad way.
Yeah.
Huh?
Dang it, come on. How is it? The poorest girl here
It's the only one with money on
is
you right
the
now.
only one with money. Knowing right now that she does not want to get close, she's in this weird form of desperation that it oddly enough has her hating Rip Durkin even more. The fact that he's the one who put her in this position, but she doesn't feel like she can give up this gold, which makes it even worse. In this, it's just multiplying. Seeing a rock on the ground, she'd rather just quickly swipe it up and just try to take a shot at one of the stalactites above this creature, hoping that maybe can crash down in enough of a movement to give her a chance to get out of here. God damn you, Rip Durkin.
God.
Damn you, Rip Dark.
Go ahead and give me, I think, straight up, just a dexterity check. No proficiency.
Sure.
Yeah. Or strength if that's better. I'll let you do strength.
Hey, it is a 21, so we will take it.
Nice.
You hear the cracking of stone
Come on.
as this thing drives down into the ground. I rolled a dex save for our monster. A 13, which is going to be a failure.
Yes.
Ooh.
However,
Nope. Yeah. Okay.
you see this thing is fully impaled by this spike, and it twitches, shuffles, trying to break itself free, and then every part of it tenses, and the stalactite is absorbed into its body.
Cal is taking terrified steps backwards as she sees that it's still twitching in that movement, unsure. And when she starts to see the stalactite being absorbed, she turns tail and runs as far as she possibly can in this space. I know she has to go wading through this water. It will probably slow down her movement, but she does not care. She knows one exit and she is trying to make it. She looks for any of her companions. Weevil's got to be right out there, right?
I'm in the hall. I'm looking.
Right.
You can see me if you.
Yeah.
She is in panic, reaching towards you in pure desperation.
You go underneath this thing, can't take attacks of opportunity. You're still within its threatened area.
Yep.
Amazing.
You are sort of underneath it and in the water, and with that, we are going to begin our next round.
I thought you were going to say next phase, and I was like, no!
Cal,
Yep.
I need a strength save from you.
All right. I'm just going to take a luck point because I assume a 4 is not going to do a lot.
You get between this thing's legs and see Weevil. And what does that moment look like?
It is this panic as she begins to try to make her way underneath this creature. And as she kind of gets out under, just kind of halfway through it, she can see on the other side Weevil, and is this look of hope, of relief. And Weevil, you can see in her eyes just this moment of trust. She reaches out her hand in your direction.
Weevil notices that this thing is really beelining on her to the point where as it's going under her, as she's running under it, it's almost shifting to like follow. In the darkness, when this creature first emerged, I think a smile went across Weevil's face. And I think as much as Weevil is, as much as we understand that this is a creature that's a threat, everything that Weevil has seen and done so far has been like, it's on. We're playing the game. And when he sees Cal's fear and that sort of look of like, help me, I think that is the first time where he grounds himself a little bit down in that moment. And very, very subtly, I think his plan shifts. But he doesn't have time to say that.
You don't. Because Cal, your leg goes out from under you, and you are dragged 15 feet deeper into the burrow. Forced movement, no opportunity attack. You're now out of this thing's threatened range. You're about a quarter of the way through, and only about 45 feet from wherever this water tumbles off and disappears too. Go ahead and give me just a straight D20 roll. You want a high number, higher than 10.
I do want a high number. Something good.
A lot of this game, you kind of want high numbers.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my 3 luck points to bump that to a 15.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I have one if you want it. If you feel like you
Yep,
need
I'll
more.
take it.
I'll give.
16.
I will.
High.
16s don't fail. If I know
I
one
wish
thing
I
about
could do
D&D,
both.
16s never fail.
On a 16, I have a very important question for Flo.
Oh. Hi.
Do you have a bag on you currently?
Okay, I don't want to metagame. I think it's probably still in her tent.
The camera cuts back to Flo's tent, and we see Nicholas sleepily climb out of her bag. If you had rolled lower than a 10, Nicholas was going to be in the room with you.
You're evil. You're a monster.
It's good.
People feel things!
Poor baby Nicholas does not need to be in this mess.
And Weevil, we are around to you.
All of these goofy, almost contraption-y ideas Weevil was building in his head about how they might defeat this creature fall away for a second as he hears Cal. With my eyes on the monster, I am going to run right next to it. I'm looking out for if it reacts to me moving towards it at all. Does it seem like it's not?
You do not have any gold on you. It does not react.
As I run past it, I'm going to look at Cal, manifest my second shadow into basically a life preserver on a bit of rope, shadow rope, and throw it to Cal.
Please make a proficient spell check. Mm-hmm. And this is standing in for your athletics check. So this is you using your moat tamer ability.
Love that.
That's pretty good. 15 plus 5, that's a 20.
Oh, yeah, no question. The shadow just whips around Cal. This life preserver kind of tightens up, hauls her to the bank of this stream, quickly gets to her feet, and you guys are on dry ground.
As we're pulling her out, why is it following just you?
Gold. It wants gold. As she's trying to catch her breath.
Do you have gold?
Come on, just barely anything.
Give it to me.
Nothing. No, I can't. I really
Give it to
can't.
me.
I can't. And she will put her hand over. You can tell where that gold is. Her hands immediately go to that spot, but it is not going to give it to you.
Everything in my body is going to sort of tense for a second. Cal, your life isn't worth 1 gold. Give it to me.
I think it's something more than gold.
You see there's a moment where Weevil realizes that you aren't going to let go of this thing. And there's a part of him in that moment that resigns you to death, I think. You're making a mistake. And I'm going to let go of her, and then I am going to turn to face the monster.
It steps over Weevil and is going to try to grab Cal. That is a 23.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll definitely.
Go ahead and give me another dex save, please, and you are going to take some damage this time.
Okay.
You are going to take 8 slashing damage.
That will put her down.
You automatically fail the dex save,
Mm-hmm.
and this thing is going to raise you to its mouth and drop you in. You take 2 death save failures.
Good evening, Basin City. This is your news correspondent, Ferrin Whel IV. Our top story today, the opening of the new DeView Memorial Free Hospital. Funded entirely by Old Scratch Capital, the Free Hospital proclaims healing services, both magical and natural, to anyone with need who enters its doors. Situated in the former Mid-Reaches neighborhood of Salthaven, the hospital takes advantage of the beautiful, curative vistas heretofore wasted upon overcrowded workmen's lodgings. When asked for comment, hospital employees wax downright rhapsodic about their joy reaped from their work. To be sure, Basin City and all her inhabitants owe a great deal to the partners at Old Scratch. DeView Memorial Free Hospital makes no claim to the efficacy or cost of its treatments. Patients enrolled in qualifying Old Scratch insurance plans may be eligible for 1 free visitation per annum when enrolled. All others may be responsible for any fees deemed reasonable by Old Scratch Medical Partners Limited.
Hi, friends. It's Patrick, your GM, your actual literal best friend, your Huckleberry, and I'm here for your gold. Stick 'em up. No, but actually, you know that we are not in the business of shoving irrelevant ads down your throat. And so this show is really made possible by your direct support. When you back us on our website, unbalancedencounters.com, 100% of your membership goes to keeping the lights on in our studio. Should you decide to grace us with your filthy capital, you shall be indicted into an elite legion, and the benefits of membership are many and varied. You get our original soundtrack from all of our shows, including our 80-episode epic Rally. You get to name NPCs. You get access to new episodes 2 weeks early, discounts on merch in our merch shop, and even an early access copy of Waste and Wild, the Tales of the Valiant setting book designed by me, Cinder, and Rift Kid Games, containing rules for Flo's class the Godslinger, racing minecarts, and so much more. So mosey on over to unbalancedencounters.com and give us your gold or fingernails or whatever currency is deemed appropriate in your cosmology. Cal, you are consumed by this thing. And you feel yourself falling into infinite, viscous mud. And I think we're gonna flash back.
You mother...
I want you to tell me about the first time that you really hit the mud.
She remembers it more emotionally than anything. Anytime it rains, it would, of course, along the stables, get muddy. The mud gets worse, literally. Awful. And for her size, it was something more like up to her knees at times, sloshing through it, the difficulty. But even at her young age, working at the stables, she would still have to get her chores done. It wasn't uncommon to slip and find yourself face first in mud, embarrassing but manageable. But she had just finished rigging up a moose for a group of adventurers. They were loud, boisterous, sitting there the entire time watching her upload, carry everything in, harness everything up, choosing not to help at all, seeing her struggle in this rain, in this downpour. And she was just about done. And she's carrying this last item and she's trying to shove it in, push it onto this cart so they have all the rest of their supplies. The moose are all set. And as she does that final push, it's enough that it lands her flat into the ground and it makes this sound that just feels like it could be heard by everyone there. And while it's nothing that she hasn't done before, it's seen by all of them. And they laugh. They laugh at her. Not a single one came to help Cal out of that mud, to help her pick up the things that spilled on the ground. And really just made her realize how low she was in that.
You feel your throat start to tighten, the mud caked in, filling your mouth and driving you down. And we see the gold slip out of your pocket and meld into the mud of this monster.
In her mind, she moves her hand towards it. It's not that she wants it, but she's angry, bitter, mad that she's back in this spot where she can't do anything. Once again, stuck. She swallows in more of that mud, breathes in more of that mud, feels it between every crevice of her fingertips to her hands, between her back of her knee and her toes. It just is everywhere, and she feels stuck.
And with that, we're going to move on in initiative. Nicholas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby birdie boy.
God damn it.
Just chilling in my bag.
Skitters out of the tent, immediately clocks that something is not right, and flies away.
Peace.
No, don't want
Be
piece
like
of this.
Be like that.
I mean, honestly, the right thing to do.
Yeah, what is Nicholas gonna do in this moment?
We'll see. Next round, we'll see.
The Eagles. I've seen this in Lord of the
Bring
Rings.
the Eagles.
The Eagles have arrived.
Nicholas.
Odion,
Nicholas is the moth.
it's your turn.
Odion, witnessing what just happened, he's going to look at the creature and he will take out, because we have our adventuring gear.
Hell yeah.
He has a hand axe. Is it cool if I have a stick of dynamite from my satchel
Yeah, of
attached to
course.
this hand axe?
Attached to the hand axe.
Oh, you're going to throw the hand axe.
Nice.
Are you lighting the dynamite first?
I am not.
Okay.
And he's going to throw it at its face where Cal disappeared.
Yeah, sure.
Flo. And this is the first time I believe he's called his half-sister Flo.
She perks up immediately. But
Aim at the axe. And he's going to chuck it right face center.
Fucking incredible. I need you to both give me attack rolls, please.
Yes.
I am going to use one of my stunts.
Oh, hell yeah.
It is called Make It Count.
Okay. What's it do?
That's a
When
good
you
name
take
for this.
that's a cool name.
When you take the attack action, you can make a single weapon attack with a +10 to the attack.
Hey, folks. Hey, folks. When you're doing crazy bullshit, maybe just try adding a +10.
Honestly, it works every time.
Pro tip, pro strat for these fucking Dark Souls bosses, just try adding a +10.
That's all we had ever do. Dang.
9 plus 5, which is 14, plus 10,
24.
Nice.
Sinks into the haunch of this thing, sort of just below one of those masks. Go ahead and roll damage for me, if you please.
That's 5 plus 3, which is going to be 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And he is on his toes,
Yeah.
waiting to see if any part of Cal is going to appear after what's about to transpire.
100%.
Any
100%.
portion of Cal may come out.
Flo.
Saving my movement for this.
Flo, go ahead and roll that attack for me.
Flo's fucking aimbot just twitches immediately, tracking the axe. And it just... And then as soon as it sinks in, it just fires. She doesn't even have her finger fully on the trigger. It's just doing it for her. She got a 17.
That is not high enough to hit the dynamite. There are a couple things that you could do here.
Yeah.
You could take the hit on the monster, or you could choose to fail your charisma save.
I am going to choose to fail my charisma save.
Okay. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 17.
You take 3 points of psychic damage as this thing wrenches into position.
I think what that looks like is that it kind of twists my finger, almost breaking it to pull it onto the trigger.
Yeah.
And getting it correct.
Go ahead and roll damage.
7.
Okay. I am going to let you do 7 damage on this thing straight up, 7 fire damage. And then we're going to go ahead and say that you hit this dynamite.
Hell yeah.
Dynamite as an action. A creature can light a stick of dynamite.
that counts as an action. I
Each
feel.
creature within 5 feet of that point must make a successful DC 12 dexterity saving throw. So we are going to roll for the monster. To make this dexterity saving throw, it is going to be rolling at disadvantage to get away from the thing that's embedded in it.
Right?
It rolled very poorly.
Good.
This bolt of fire hits the dynamite, hits the wick of the dynamite, burrows into this thing's muddy flesh. The dynamite starts to hiss and sizzle, and then all of the mud and smoke clears as it is absorbed into one of these masks, which shatters and falls to the ground. This monster has used its first legendary resistance. It does still take half damage, though. So, Odion, if you would please roll me 3d6.
Oh, decent roll. 10 damage total.
Okay, so it's going to take half. We're going to do this as fire, so it's going to take 5 fire damage. You obviously blew a part of this thing away. While the mud of its flesh is sort of suspended in midair in the seconds before it is reabsorbed into the mask, you see Cal's hand reaching for a single piece of gold.
Ooh. That's cool.
And then the mud is reabsorbed back into this thing's body, and the mask cracks and falls to the ground and turns into ash. All right, that's Odion and Flo. Cal,
No. Okay, I'm ready. Yes.
Oh.
I need you to please make me a death saving throw. Before you do, I would like to know how many luck points you have.
0.
Okay, then that means Weevil can't contribute either.
Yeah.
Dang it.
We used them all for
4.
Nicholas.
This is a straight roll.
14.
Ooh.
Yes.
Why you gotta look like that on camera, girl?
I saw Emily's face first, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Sorry.
Shit.
That's 2 failures and 1 success. We are going to begin at the top of initiative. Odion and Flo,
Hey.
the 2 of you see absolutely dead sprinting in your direction the half-giant woman from the explosion. And every footfall sets all of these bones to rattling beneath you as she hammer in one hand Nicholas on her off shoulder.
Amazing.
Nicholas speaks giant.
Oh, little Nicholas. Our precious baby boy.
And she, without saying a word, runs up to Odion, lifts him up by the scruff of his neck.
Okay.
What in the hell did you get yourself into?
What you decided you weren't hero enough to do.
Fuck, come on, man. What are you doing? Who are these adventuring party members I'm with?
We have 0
Flo is
friends
there
now.
like, yes!
Fuck. That hurt me.
No one is ever gonna help us again.
She looks you dead in the eye, sets you down. You got some balls on you, kid. Slaps you upside the back of your head. You and I, we're gonna settle this little thing when we're done here. Where's your buddy? Buddies? You had 2 of them with you, yeah?
He kind of looks over at the creature and then looks back to them.
Oh, y'all are big stupid, huh?
The best kind.
Oh boy. Okay, I was not hoping to have to fight this billy goat tonight, but let's go. And she is going to step in, close with this thing, take a swing with her hammer. That's gonna hit. And she does decent slug of damage, and she kicks some mud off and then sees Cal's hand. All right, girlie. Seems like you got yourself in a bit of a pickle. Let's see if I can do something about that. And she reaches up, pulls a hair tie out, and lets these sort of long, dark braids kind of come down. She sort of shakes her head a little bit, and you all see that they are sort of coated in this lichen that is glowing the same color as these crystals in this cavern. And like a little bit of a cloud of spores starts to disperse. And Cal, you immediately regain 7 hit points.
Hey!
And you gain 7 temporary hit points.
Ooh!
Oh, wow.
Damn. Spicy.
And
As she
your mouth
uses-
is full of mud.
you're in a bad situation.
Still drowning.
You're being digested. You're in a bad way. For sure. But as this half giant uses Giant's Balm as a bonus action. Weevil, this crazy woman has just run in and started beating this monster to death with a hammer. What do you do?
Something inside Weevil sparks. Something that I don't know if he's ever felt before. He has felt confidence. He has felt power, and he has seen a lot, but in all of this so far, he's been trying to be a part of some story that he thinks he needs to tell. And he was pretty frustrated with this adventuring party that he is with. He's trying not to be, but he kind of is. And when Cal didn't give him the coin I think that a lot of him kind of just turned off. But seeing Odion and Flo, who really seem like they hate each other, genuinely work together, sparks in him, I think for the first time, a little bit of light in that darkness that he's been so tightly held to. He's going to look to the giant and he's going to say, if this doesn't work, we might need you to pull us out. And I'm going to run towards the creature. And I am going to dive into it.
You gold egg, stupid son bitch!
I'm going to find Cal, squeeze your hand, and I'm going to, pull you in for, a hug, reach behind you in the mud, and aiming down, I am going to cast Thunder Wave. And the goal here is to blow out the bottom of this monster, and I can just push Cal out, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
That thing has
incredible.
intestines. It is going to be so clean after this.
That's fucking incredible. What is the save that I'm making here?
It is a con save. I'm hopeful
okay.
that being inside might have some influence, but
Sure.
Disadvantage from
in theory, it's a 15-foot cone, a 15-foot cube. So
it's a 15-foot something. I need to roll a 7 or higher. That is a 19.
dang it.
So this thing does save. I believe it takes
is pretty
half damage
high.
on the save.
It does.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
Not crazy. 8 halved to 4.
And the two of you, because this thing resisted this effect, are blown straight up.
Up?
Yep.
Because it's popping a pimple.
It pushes stuff 15 feet, so does it push us out?
Yeah, it pushes you out and up 15 feet. You're hovering right above this thing. You will fall unless you take some action to not fall right back into it.
I think in that moment where we're looking at, and Cal's catching her breath and I make eye contact with you, there's a moment, and then I shove you back so you don't fall onto the monster.
Fair.
Both of you together give me your preference of athletics or acrobatics. We'll take the higher of the two.
Mine, they're the same, and it's
Sure.
a nat 1.
Oh,
21. Rolled a 19.
what the fuck?
I'm a farm boy.
He's
He's got
so good
proficiency
at
in
this.
athletics, even though he's weak.
I love that. Cal, you are flabbergasted. You don't know what the fuck is happening. You just came back to life. You were sure that you were going to be dead. And most importantly, you do not have the gold. And
Okay.
Weevil uses this spell, fires you up in the air, and you are going back for the gold on
Yes.
that nat 1. And Weevil elbows you away, and you, boom, land in the loamy sand of this riverbank. You are unharmed, and Weevil, you fall right back down into this thing. What a fucking turn. That was one of the coolest
That was
things I've
massive.
ever seen in my life.
That was
Odion.
fucking sick.
Odion, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. I'm going to, since he saw that he can attack this thing, he's going to take his pikes, charge in. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Okay. So I am going to stab it in its leg. He pulls towards the leg. I'm going to use my second stunt to do cheap shot. And can I, instead of hitting it with a melee attack, have that stick of dynamite in my fist?
You dig into this thing and it sort of yields a little bit. You get the sense that it's maybe not piercing, slashing, maybe not doing the most against it.
That's fine. He's just opening it up a bit. Just stick this
100%.
dynamite in.
100%. And then cheap shot, you get this dynamite in. No question. Go ahead and roll the attack. You do need to get this 16. We're just going to treat this as proficient strength.
13 plus 5, so 18.
That does it. You jam this thing into this thing's leg. That is your entire action, I want to say. Yes?
Correct.
Bonus
Yes.
actions?
Bonus action just keeps dancing, so we're going to use Scurry to back up from the creature.
Great.
As he's backing up, he yells to Flo, leg shot.
Before we get that leg shot, we are going to get the monster.
Yes.
And the monster feels a lot of what's happening to it, right? And turns to the sources of damage. Odion has no gold. Weevil, actively being digested, has no gold. Cal has no gold. The half-giant has no gold. She did not take the gold from Odion. This thing is going to charge Flo.
Who said I had the gold on me? Hey?
Listen.
Flo, let's be honest. You think
Let's
Flo
work on
doesn't
this whole
always
thing.
have that gold on? Flo
Hey,
is not
folks,
going to leave.
I can't say
sometimes it's what my
on this
character
one.
would do
You have-
is weaponizable.
I'm staying quiet on this one.
Flo,
Just because she's wearing her Carte Dior earrings right now, all right, doesn't
Christ.
mean.
Okay. So both Odion and the half giant are going to get attacks of opportunity on this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and roll for her. She misses. So
Another 18.
Ooh.
Yes.
when you stab this thing, you push all the way through it. And Weevil, you have to actively dodge out of the way of this pike. You're like, "What?" And you see that it bumps something solid out from the center. And that thing is pushed out its far side. And everyone who is outside of this monster sees it stop mid-run, twist itself, whipping arm over arm, trying to get this thing back. It's doing that thing where it's like bouncing out of one hand and into the next. It's like grabbing for it over and over, trying to get a hold of it and to pull it back in. And it has to fully launch itself sideways, and it collides into the stream, grabs this thing, this little piece of crystal or gemstone of some kind, and it grabs it and it suctions it back into its form, and you see it fully deflate into the silt of the riverbed.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all, actually. Oh. Oh no.
The masks float to the top and begin to drift with the current down toward Cal. Weevil, you're fully released. You're just in the water.
I assumed I just disappeared with it.
No, you're just in the water.
Just dissolve.
Gone.
And you feel yourself start to rise as the river swells, bursts its bank, and begins to overflow. Flo,
Yeah.
does a 23 hit?
Does a 23? Does a
Well, thanks for
motherfucking
asking.
23?
Ladies and gents, we're level 3. Yes, it does.
You take 12 points of damage
Ooh,
as one of this
Jesus.
thing's arms materializes out of the ground, lifts straight up, holding a boulder that's about as big as you are, and hucks it at you, and it just barely clips you, but deals 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Woof.
And that's its turn.
Oh no.
Flo, you see that the one that threw a rock at you still actually does have that dynamite in it.
Hooray! That's it.
I'm not going to take that from you guys.
Yay!
She is clutching her side because this freaking boulder just like clipped like a full half of her. Oh, fuck! She's gonna like heave up the gun and take another shot at this dynamite now that she can see it again, in hopes before like she runs, because she doesn't know where it's gonna come from next. So she's like, I'm just gonna have to do what you do, I guess. As she like talks to the gun. She like tries to aim this thing. 18. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
Yes. Good.
Go ahead and roll the dynamite, 3d6.
3d6. Woo.
12.
It tried to make its dex save. It no longer has its legendary resistances because the masks are now floating down the river. It failed, so it takes
Nice.
all 12. You fully blow this arm up. Cal,
Yes.
you were laying on the banks of this river,
Yeah.
but now you are floating as the water level has begun to rise.
At this point, she will just stand, and she's kind of getting frustrated and angry at this creature and her inability to do anything. She doesn't want it to escape. She doesn't really know what she's thinking. She just knows it can't get away because she's not done with it. She's not finished with this. And we're going to do spike growth. I don't think it digs deeper into the ground, but I want it to manifest, to create almost on top like this physical barrier that it disrupts that ground to give a sense that that is not going to be an exit.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, if you'd be so kind.
19 plus 3, 21.
Nice.
The two masks and the gold are coming at you pretty quickly. They're coming down the river.
She braces. She's not moving. She's bracing. She wants to hit this, like get this.
Go ahead and give me the better of athletics or sleight of hand, please.
Ooh, okay. Sleight of hand it will be. That will be a 17.
You can get 2 of these 3 objects.
The gold will be 1.
Okay. You get the gold and a mask.
Her eye has been on it. She goes with it with her right hand. It's confident. The other left hand just swipes across, and it actually just kind of hooks onto one of those masks. She's really not caring about it, but it hooks into it, and so she snatches one mask in one hand, one gold in the other, and she immediately slides it into her pocket.
And with that, we are going to move to the top of initiative. I need strength saves from Weevil and Cal.
15.
You hold your ground.
9.
Weevil, you are already prone. This takes you 15 feet. We are going to go to the half-giant, who sort of looks around. All right, this is either real good or real bad. I'm thinking it's probably the latter. Where are you, you sumbitch? All right, kids, this thing ain't gone. In fact, I think more is the opposite. This thing is kind of the room now, I think. Weevil, you are currently flowing downriver. What do you do?
Using my movement speed, I catch up to that last mask. As soon as I grab it, all of the color is going to leave my form. I become black and white, essentially, and then slowly darker and darker as I just sort of almost like disappear into a puff of smoke, but that's sort of inverted. Like it's not a puff of smoke, it's like a void of smoke.
Sure.
And I will reappear back on the banks as I cast Misty Step.
Nice.
I see that Cal looks like she's on her feet. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just get this back so I can fucking kill it. And you can tell she's struggling to kind of communicate. She is just shattered in her mind.
When this is over, and I am going to unintentionally cast Minor Illusion here. When I speak, it sounds like there is an echo, but there is no initial voice. It is just like an echo. When this is over, we need to talk about some things. And I am going to use my movement to run towards the group. I'm going to try to stay to the side. I don't want to really enter combat, but what I would like to do is use as much of my movement so that I am reasonably within 30 to 40 feet of Flo and Odion.
We are going to go to the monster. 3 arms push themselves out of the ground surrounding Flo. Does a 16 break your armor class?
With the +2, it's meeting it.
Then it does. Does an 18? Yes. And a 19.
Oofa.
You take...
Bye.
No.
Farewell.
No.
Don't say that yet. Don't you dare.
Its first hit, 8 damage.
Okay. All right. So I'm down.
Its second hit is 1 death save.
Okay.
Its third hit is another death save.
Oh my god. Uh-huh.
And then with its bonus action,
The third death save.
it is going to cause some of the stalagmites in the den to erupt in mud and steam. Cal and the half-giant need to make a dex save.
Okay.
The half-giant succeeds.
It's 11.
Got any luck?
No. Yes, 1. 12.
If you spend 1 to get to 12, Weevil could give some.
I'm going to spend... Fuck, I should have been paying attention to what the DC was for the last thing. I'm going to spend 3 to bring it up to 15.
Okay. 15 succeeds. You manage to sort of sense what's coming. You feel sort of, again, your braids kind of raised, sort of your hackles are up, and you lock eyes with this half-giant, and she kind of nods and then grabs you and hits the deck, and you both go down, and you miss this eruption of steam and mud that absolutely would have fucked your day up. And Odion, it is your turn.
Seeing Flo drop, he just immediately just bullets towards the creature. And with the natural 20, I'm pretty sure I'm going to hit.
God damn!
Yes!
Let's go!
Right.
Hell yes!
So 20 points of piercing damage.
What does it look like as you break this arm fully off?
I think he just gets under it, stabs it up, and kind of like pulls it out of the ground entirely, like piercing it towards the sky, and then slams it back down into the ground.
Flo,
Yeah.
how many luck points do you have?
I have 4. All right, I'm going to use all my 4 to get me to 11.
Okay.
Okay. That's 1 success. 2 failures, 1 success.
I see that flows down.
Yeah, and there's still one arm kind of menacing her.
Weevil is going to look back to make sure that Cal is not getting sucked into the river again. As soon as he sees that Cal is sort of being supported by the half giant, he is going to sprint over to Flo. With his action, he is going to go into her bag, pull out a health potion, and shove it down her throat.
Flo, you are back up.
1 plus 4 is 5, 7. So she heals for 7.
Back up at 7.
Ooh, nice.
Before he even makes eye contact with her to check if she's okay, he reaches further into her bag until he finds a coin purse, grabs it, and throws it as far as he can, sort of, I want to say, like almost like at a right angle from Odion. So
Yeah.
I don't want it to be too far from Odion, but away.
Yeah. This thing has a reaction. It's going to pursue, which is going to give Odion an attack of opportunity.
I'm going to stab the shit out of this arm.
I believe.
Natural 18.
That hits.
What is that?
That hits.
What? You know, you gotta keep them guessing.
Not us.
Keep you on
Don't
my
make us
toes.
guess.
9 plus 3 is 12 points of piercing damage.
What does it look like when you kill this thing?
Odion and the spear are just piercing this arm as it's chasing after the gold and basically hits it like a car wreck. You watch as it its lifeless essence kind of bends at the strength in which Odion just slams it into whatever is closest, whatever ground or walls closest, and it just splats against it.
And in your wake, a small, perfectly cut emerald
Ooh.
clatters to the ground. And with that, we are going to exit initiative.
Cal runs over with her hammer and just smashes the pieces, not the emerald, but any other piece on there, like out of anger. Like it's really just hitting the sand and water at this point, but she's just aimlessly going around and just smacking the shit out of it. It is a perfect flattening.
Weevil has just plopped down and is sitting next to where Flo was and is just trying to catch his breath. He hasn't sprinted this much in a long time.
I think Flo's still laying there, and she just kind of lets her head loll to the side and look at Weevil. Why did you throw my money away?
It was, I guess, a gold elemental or something. It was drawn to the gold. Oh, sorry, we can find it probably. Is everybody alive?
Good enough, I think.
I think in a slightly quieter voice, Weevil will say to Flo, Cal knew that the gold was drawn. It was drawn to the gold. She didn't. We gotta talk to her. Oh my god. She wouldn't drop her piece of gold. She could have.
Weevil. Gold doesn't mean much to people who have a lot of it. Or for people who've never really needed it.
Odion walks over to Weevil and hands him what's left of the elemental.
Should we be destroying that too?
That's probably the seal. Worth quite a bit, I reckon.
Also, it's the proof that we did it.
Oh, that too.
So now we did it, right? So we get to do the real adventuring part.
Real adventuring part.
This was the test.
This was a test?
That was all. That was the first part, just to prove we could do this, right?
Yeah.
What in the hell are you all... Listen, I do not mean to impose, but you all just killed the dragon's goddamn gatekeeper.
The what? No, I don't...
I had never even seen this thing, and I've lived in this cave for 25 years.
Huh.
I've heard it, and I know plumb well to avoid it. Practice? You all come into my home, brazenly kill whatever you have been told to, and you don't ask why? You don't ask what it is you're up against. You two, by all rights, should be dead. You, but for my lucky timing, and your little buddy there, who happened, I guess, to clock that I've been following you for a week, and you, for some incredible athleticism from the quiet one.
Thank you.
You got balls on you, kid. I'll give you that.
He's also single.
And half my size.
Flo doesn't say anything, but she's just
He was
like...
standing up straight after fighting the elemental, and as you said that, he's back to his arch, just small.
So good.
He went from 6'4" to 6 foot immediately.
Now, all of you should be dead for the stupidity of this little endeavor of yours.
Yes, we're dumb. We did a bad thing. Blah, 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 blah. I have too much of a headache to have this lecture. You're not my mother.
She shoves a bottle of whiskey into your hands.
While I drink this, why don't you tell us why the Don Johnson hired you to follow us?
Fuck, bro.
What are you talking about? I'm following like none of this conversation. I'm still trying to figure out what that creature thing, beast, hungry gold eating thing was. And now you're following us?
It was an elemental, maybe a gold elemental. I hold up the seal. This thing is what bound it and gave it form. Elementals are like, they're not really creatures. They're like energy.
What, and these tunnels are just full of the elementals?
No, maybe, but like, you know how like gold is a physical thing that you can hold and pick up?
Yes.
But it's also an idea. Like you can think of the idea of gold.
Right, but that doesn't do much.
Well, elementals are less the physical and more the idea made manifest. So they don't really have like a brain or like feelings or consciousness because they're sort of bigger than that. But these...
So I could have imagined this whole thing away?
No, I'm just explaining to you what it is. Cal, why do you have such a bad attitude?
Listen, I'm not feeling so great about this. I feel like I signed up for something where I'm gonna die and I'm not gonna get any gold out of this.
You keep almost dying because you keep running forward with your warhammer when you could be using the power of the giants.
What are you talking about?
You didn't know that you casted those spells?
What spells? I have a hammer and I know how to swing it. That's all I do.
Knew it! I knew I spied some moss on you.
That wasn't really anything. That's not really even mine. I shouldn't have been even doing anything around it, and it's entirely not something I'm...
Yeah, says who?
Well, me, kinda.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's not something it's not mine. I have a hammer and I know how to use that, and so I stick with that thing because that's what I'm good for.
You're not a fighter.
Well, then why'd you bring me on this stupid trip and give me a stupid hammer? And she's gonna kind of drop her hammer onto the ground.
Cal, we saw you do magic earlier. Real magic, and not aberrant wizard magic, not curses. You did giant magic. Look, giants aren't fighters.
Right.
Giants are shepherds, and they're craftsmen. Whether or not that hammer is important to you, you have inside you something very special, but it's not a weapon.
Well, then I'm useless, aren't I? Because I'm not giant, and whatever's special isn't coming to help us in a fight, is it?
Don't gotta be giant to cast giant magic.
Well, I bet it sure'd be helpful, wouldn't it?
Not really. You just learn.
Did you see what you did to that waterfall? And I point back at these massive, spiny vines growing out and around it.
I was just angry. That's not the same.
Doesn't need to be anger. Giant magic is all about connection. You gotta understand your place in what you want and where you are. And then tap into what you want to see happen. You got a lot of anger. Use this fuel. But you also got a lot of love. I've seen people make it work. Hell, half my family casts most of their cantrips off pure joy.
Cal, why are you so afraid of being special?
Why would I ever be special?
No. You have several people here saying you are. You've proven that you are.
These people here don't know me. None of you know me. I can't do this. That's not something no one has ever cared. Anything I've done has not been worth anything. Why would this be a thing that I finally get to do? That doesn't add up. That doesn't make any sense.
You know, I had some friends who were absolutely fucking useless at so many things, but my God, could they work a pole. And you know what? They used that to their advantage. They made money.
No, keep going.
Oh my God, they could work a pole. I'm sorry, what are you asking? There is no pole here I am working.
My point is, you don't have to be a good singer to be able to command a stage. You were destined to perform, just not in the way you thought.
Just because I'm destined for it doesn't mean I know how to figure it out.
Girl, I am figuring it out too.
A lot faster than I am.
At least your warhammer isn't breaking your fingers. There's a lot that we are all figuring out. Odion has a hell of a lot to figure out. Even Weevil needs to figure out some shit. And she's gonna kind of look him up and down.
Weevil just gives a no.
None of us were born knowing anything. And I'm a prime example of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have had too much whiskey. And she's already half bottled down, which is why
Good
she's
God,
so
girl.
nice to everybody.
This half-triad fully takes that bottle back. That is an...
Hey!
How are you not dead?
I have a +6 to my constitution. Thank you.
Oh,
Your
okay.
liquored
All right,
words are probably more
we're gonna-
trusting to Cal than anything else.
Odion will walk
you
up
off.
to Cal. You asked why I asked you on this journey.
Yeah, because apparently it's not to be a fighter.
It was.
You really read that room wrong then, huh?
I don't think so. Because, Cal, you fight to win. No matter what the situation is, you fight to win. And when we're out here, everyone here is trying their all. And that's all I want.
I can always do that.
Listen, if y'all need help getting out of here, I don't mind. I've got to head back up to the surface anyway.
He puts a hand out. Odion Osprey-Heronshaw.
My name's Sally. Folks call me Crawdad Sally. It's nice to meet you. And that name comes to us
Crawdad
from
Sally.
Patron.
I love
It's
it.
taken 2-3 episodes to get this name.
That name comes to us from patron Sean Quinn. Thank you very much,
Yay.
Sean
Thanks,
Quinn.
Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
One thing I want to know about all of you. Who put you on this? Who called this a test? Weevil, would you please make me the better of a history or insight check?
Natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
Don't matter which.
You
But
just
history would be what it was if that
History.
matters to you.
Great.
Oh, okay.
As Odion brings up the ambush, you think back to the face of the angel that is now burnt in your mind, kind of plowing through the tears of Basin City. And you're thinking conspiratorially. You're thinking who's aligned with whom, what is happening with what, the half-giant hired by B. John Johnson, Bonathan Ramshackle, the Xorn, what is happening? And you make a connection. The two men who got on the cable car with you after the John Johnson rally, where he signed your forehead, were the two angels in the bowler and the boater.
Weevil. The ambush. At our hotel.
Yeah.
Remember? If this is the dragon's guardian, it's chasing after gold. Why would you create such a creature if there wasn't something you were protecting? There's a little smile that comes across his face. There's more to this.
Next time on Unbalanced Encounters.
Well, what an episode we had. Oh my goodness. Not only did we defeat monsters, we went to get our names written in some storybooks and get some treasure. But guess what? The storybook guy liked doing drugs, and also maybe the whole storybook thing is fucking bullshit. But also, the magic items are not bullshit. We got some really cool magic items everywhere. We also got stronger and powerful. Also, we had some emotional conversations. Poor Flo has been thrown through the ringer. Weevil got to cast a spell on Cal, so she got to become giant, but then she mostly fell down. Also, maybe Flo's gun isn't a magic gun so much as it is like a magic demon soul thing that is like not just making her better at fighting, but like has like malicious intent and is really scary and tall.
question mark?
The Misfortunate 4 is an Unbalanced Encounters production. This episode's showrunner and GM was me, Patrick Perini. Cal of Ironwater was played by Caustic Phoenix. Arianna Floridia Osprey II was played by Emily Graymore. Odion Osprey-Heronshaw was played by Craig Pate. Weevil Woebringer was played by Cinderblock Sally. And midroll announcer Ferrin Whel was voiced by Cleo Birch. This episode was produced by Sabrina Ortiz. Its Lorekeeper was Nick Plaisance. Scripted segments by Patrick Perini and Colin Epstein. Game design consultation by Mason Allen. And original music by Sayer Roberts. For the rest of the Misfortunate Four and other delightful shows, visit unbalancedencounters.com or search for Unbalanced Encounters wherever pods are casted. Okay, we love you, bye!